sugar, spice. I'm not sure this is enough to be nice. On today's episode, my fellow boys, Hammer and Snake and myself, discuss if the CW has the right ingredients to make lightning strike twice. All that and more today. This is Prime Time.
Talk nerdy to me. Get nerdy with me.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Mingo-Dee.
My boy Snake.
And I am the Hammer.
And this is Prime Time. The Prime Time talk show, the show that you want, to where we get with the nitty gritty, all in your business. No, we don't do that, but we do talk about entertainment stuff that you guys really, really want to talk about. So we're gonna get right on with it. We're gonna talk about the Powerpuff Girls and the casting. So we're gonna get right on into it. We're gonna talk about who plays Blossom, who plays Bubbles, who plays Buttercup, and the whole synopsis around it. Snake talked about, well, I know where he is. He's one of these places. Snake talked about it before, but now we know exactly who's playing these people. And I think you guys are gonna, probably like it or not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you will. I don't know. All right. So first, as Snake talked about before, it is a gritty reboot by the CW, as you all know. They're, disillusioned 20-year-olds, and yeah, so they're grown. So that's that. They changed. I guess they changed a little bit. They're grown now, so they're disillusioned. They're 20-year-olds, and as you just to give you a little synopsis, this is my take on the synopsis. Where the Powerpuff Girls, the original, by the way, where it ended, where they technically beat him and Mojo Jojo captured and did all this, whatever, where the original series ended. That's pretty much like, from that time on, the girls have been, I don't know, their lives haven't been going well. Now they're grown, and now evil is returned. I don't know if it's him, or other things have come back, but now the world needs them. Townsville, more or less, needs the Powerpuff Girls, and they're, like I said, disillusioned 20-year-olds going through drama because, that's what CW does. So just to give you just a little take on it, it's by Greg Berlanti, as you know, same guy who did technically just about every other show. It's his studio, not necessarily him. He did Green Lantern, which we want to talk about that movie. Throw that out. But he did The Flash, he did Supergirl, Superman and Lois, and all the others, which for the most part, they're pretty good, So, but the thing is, since he's a real pivotal point in the CW, they trust him, and the CW is really good at making things more gritty and drama. I think they cater to a younger 20-year-old, to teenage audience, and I do remember when I was younger, I used to watch what was that? One Tree Hill. I watched it. It was dope. Don't judge me. And some of the other CW shows. So they do cater for that crowd. It's very, very angsty, but it's good. I think they even had 90210 on there at one point. And so I don't know. But, and the original charm. They even have the new charm. So you get where I'm trying to go here. So, but the thing is, will it be good enough? That's the thing. And I don't know, but I want to say the CW knows what it's doing. Why I say that? Because they have the writers from who did Sleepy Hollow. If you watch Sleepy Hollow, that was good. Veronica Mars, which I think the WB and CW both had a piece of that. So Veronica Mars, if you like the original, and the new one, there you go. And they have the writer who did Jennifer's Body. If you watch that movie, I think it was a good 7-ish or whatever. I mean, it had but it was fair, a lot of people like it, and a lot of people definitely love the Netflix show, The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. So a lot of people like that. They said that was good, and they have that person on board, I think, to direct a couple of episodes as well. I think her name is Maggie. So with that being said, and also the fact that, like I said before, the CW is taking stuff like even Smallville, and other stories of the old school Superman, and I'm gonna say old school because that's an old show, and stuff now, they made it like very angsty, and it worked. You take Nancy Drew that's on right now, they've made it more darker. And if you know anything about Riverdale, apparently Riverdale is based off the Archie comics, which you would have never thought it was that dark. So that's pretty good. So I've seen some CW content before. As I've said, I watch Arrow and all the others. So I'm not too upset. But again, this is still the Powerpuff Girls, still taking something from childhood and changing it. So it's still, but let's get into the casting, because that's what you're here for. So playing Buttercup is a newbie. Her name is Yana Peralt. And she's fairly new. I don't really know too much about her. But based off of the looks that she's shown on some of her Instagram and some of the stuff on Google and whatnot, she looks like she could probably fit that rebelness of Buttercup. Now, here's the kicker. Apparently, the synopsis of Buttercup is that she's a rebel turned softie. That's my own little extra to that softie. Apparently, she's always been this way. And you could probably see a little of this on the cartoon, but apparently she's never really wanted to be overly tough, but she felt like she had to, based off the synopsis, what they're saying here. And now she's trying to just live an anonymous life. She doesn't really want to be known as a Powerpuff Girl anymore. She just wants to just hide. So I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if they're doing it to where on the live action, they've always looked like normal humans. Cause back then they had like the little arms and hands like this, but maybe they in reality, based off whatever they're trying to say, maybe they've always looked like normal little girls, and now they're like a normal adult girls. So let's go with that, because she's trying to hide. So and you can't hide if you look like a little doll girl with these type of arms. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. Then there's Bubbles. Bubbles is pretty standard. She's technically the same, except a little more. I don't know if you've seen some episodes where Bubbles was like, really, she did a pageant and she was really excited about being in the pageant, and she was like Miss Popular and all that. Well, they're taking that a step further. Apparently, Bubbles, who used to be America's sweetheart, has moved to like a celebrity status. She is so obsessed with fame and fortune and all that type of jazz that she doesn't care about being a Powerpuff Girl at all. She's like, I got it. I'm this, I'm that. But apparently they say that she does still have the toughness that she still has that sweetheart mentality. So they said that it is a chance that she may sway back to her old self, but at the moment she's not caring. But so I'm not too upset with her too much as I was with Buttercup. And who plays her is Dove Cameron. You may know Dove Cameron from Descendants or Liv and Maddie. And apparently Dove Cameron, some people will say that she foretold the future. I wouldn't say that, but she did say on Twitter a while back that she just wants to play Bubbles in a Powerpuff Girl movie. It was like maybe 5-6 years ago when she was on Descendants and whatnot, or Liv and Maddie. And I don't know if that helped her get the role, or if they just saw what she did in Descendants and was like, yo, we want you, or on Liv and Maddie, because she had like this real small voice, so maybe that probably helped her make it. Don't know. But like I said, I'm not too upset with Bubbles and the casting, by the way, because Dove Cameron can play like a girl out of like where she's just so absorbed with fame. Just go back and look at Liv and Maddie. You can see what I'm talking about. The one that I really didn't like too much, but I am curious because of the person playing it, is Blossom. There's a lot of information for Blossom, but technically she just has PTSD. Kids PTSD, if that makes any sense. Apparently, she was so absorbed with being Miss Perfect, had to be the leader, had to do this, had to do that, all these degrees, everything that she had to be, and trying to do everything, trying to make sure the world was safe, or all this stuff, trying to be the leader of the group and the big sister and all this, and it caused her to have some sort of PTSD to where now she doesn't know she can still do it, but she wants to be the leader again. But on her own terms, because apparently, I guess, being the leader the way maybe Professor Utonium or maybe the mayor or everybody else wanted her to be was too much, so maybe she feel like she can be on her own. The person playing this is Chloe Bennett. I like Chloe Bennett. She played Quake Daisy Johnson on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's also played on some other things here and there. If you watched her here and there, she's a very, very amazing actress in my opinion. I think she could play like real angsty roles and then real actiony roles, and then she could throw a little humor in there. So I'm excited about that casting, probably more than the others. Especially Deanna. I don't really know anything about her, so I hope that she brings something to the table. But that's pretty much my take on it, as I've just gave you a whole bunch of information. It's pretty much that I'm interested. I'm not gonna say I'm overly excited. I'm excited about some of the casting, sure, and I'm excited to see what the writers from, like the writer from Sleepy Hollow or the writer from Veronica Mars and all of them. I want to see what they're gonna bring to the table, because I watched Sleepy Hollow and Veronica Mars, and a lot of their episodes are pretty good. So I'm interested, but I don't know. I mean, the CW was messed up shows. They did great on shows. So I'm kind of in a little in between space. But enough about me talking, because I've gave you a lot of information. I want to actually see what my boys think of it, because, you know, Snake talked a lot about this from the cartoon side, and I'm sure he has more to say. And I really want to know what Hammer thinks, because I don't know, did you watch Powerpuff Girls? I don't know. So we're gonna actually, Hammer, you go first. Just tell me what you think. Go ahead.
First off, yes, I did watch Powerpuff Girls. I'm kind of the opinion like you. I'm interested-ish. I don't know how to feel about them being adults right off the bat. I guess if you look at it, like you said, from the point of they're taking it after they, captured Mojo in the last episode of actual Powerpuff Girls, a cartoon. I mean, if you ever watched it, you understand how that ended. But that's still a long gap, and I feel like unless they're gonna, and it may be something that they, put like a quick little while we were away type thing in the movie, where it's like, here's what happened for the last 7 years, and now they're this age. I feel like it kind of needs it a little bit, because now that I'm getting like Dove Cameron, who at 20, these are all adults. What did they do? They just decided to go to school. You said like she developed PTSD, so she walked around that long with PTSD that long, and we're just now catching up right now. Like there's a gap that I feel like needs to be filled with something, like even if it's just a brief backstory. But I am interested. I did like Powerpuff Girls. I always thought Mojo Jojo was one of the funniest villains. Like I used to laugh at that crap all the time. Like it was funny. And there were other, while they weren't just major, but there were other villains in that show.
Yeah.
Did they just, everybody else just like, you know what, you got Mojo, we're done. Like what they didn't just do nothing that whole time. What I need more. I guess that's where I'm at. I'm interested, but I'm hoping they give some backstory. I'll just leave it at that. I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure I'll watch it, and I'll have an opinion of it when I see it. So,
what about you, Snake? I know you talked about it before. I know you expressed how you wanted to see. I know you wanted to see them do like the 3D thing, kind of like with Alita Battle Angel, but I don't know. Maybe they're still doing that. Maybe they're not. I don't know. But how do you feel now with more information?
Hopefully they still do it. At the same time, it's like I don't think they're going to. But they're supposed to be. From the last time I heard, they're supposed to be all disgruntled that they missed their childhood because they were fighting crime, and that they're blaming everybody, this and that. So I don't know how this is going to work until we see it. Like I can think of so many different ways as this is how this is going to screw up, and it's from CW. CW has been doing a lot better here recently with the way that they're handling their shows. So maybe it might turn out. I don't know. It's hard. This one is particularly hard to go from cartoon to live action, and from little kindergarten kids to adults. I just hope they explain why the professor was in his basement trying to make the little girl. He just accidentally hit that X bottle What if he didn't hit the X bottle? What is going to, I mean, there's a lot of sketchy things going on there.
This is true.
So
this is so right. This is so true.
I was saying, why was he making little girls? The world needs to know.
So on this question, who do y'all think should play Professor Utonium? Like, I mean, like an old. I mean, because he would tell me when he would have to be old, right? He had to be like a dude with gray hair now, but he have to like me. The person that comes to my head, what's the dude? Pierce Brosnan. I don't know why he pops in my head. I can see him.
It's because his hair. It's because his hair. Yeah. That's exactly why you thought that, because of his hair. And I can totally see that. Either him or the dude that played, which he's too old now to do it. But if it was the time frame was right, the dude that played Marty McFly's dad in Back to the Future with his hair, whenever he would have been perfect. He's got that skinny look, the high shoulders and stuff. I can see him in a lab coat. But he's too old now. Which I don't know. If they try to make the old professor, it might work. I'm just saying.
You were right about that. You were right. And anybody could play Mojo Jojo, so I don't know. Bruh. I mean, it would have to be somebody who's funny.
Bro, that's
because I mean, technically, he'd be a mocap, right?
All day.
Yeah, well, you CGI, but you gotta get the right voice for it. I mean, it's got to be somebody with personality. You know, it's not an easy role like, you know, Vin Diesel playing Groot. You don't say anything except for "I am Groot." Like whoever voices Mojo has got to it's got to be down. But yes, it is CGI. You're right about that. Like I don't want to see some weird ass dude. We don't talk about this movie, but I'm gonna say it. Dragon Ball Evolution. I don't want to see weird ass Piccolo. I don't want to see weird ass Mojo Jojo. Just CGI. I'm okay with that CGI.
Well, this is my thing. This is my thing. This is what I would want. I would kind of want hear me out. I want a hybrid. This is the thing. So you put them in a somewhat of a costume, but you put like the mocap thing on the costume, so you get an idea of what the costume look like, kind of like the old Ninja Turtles, but mocap it, and then so it enhances it, makes it better, so it looks real, but it's not. Therefore, so it's not completely CGI. It's like to where you can't tell, is this CGI or is this not? That monkey looks, I don't know. That's the idea. I'm not sure how it works.
You basically say go the route of Professor Hulk from Avengers. Because you know what? Like whenever he was Professor Hulk, you could see Mark Ruffalo in his face, but he was a Hulk. So something like that, like it flows, but it's still CGI. I get what you said. That might work, just as long as they don't mess up the CGI. And the voices gotta be right.
Now, Snake, you can't rent. Now, as long as they don't Aladdin it, we're fine. You know what I'm saying? Because you know Will Smith, great actor. Great guy, but I'm not sure how much was writing and how much was him for the movie and how much and then, you know, the whole CGI thing was okay. So, you know, as long as they don't do that, you know, so, and what I mean by that is that, okay, for example, let's say they put Kevin Hart as Mojo Jojo. Just because he's Kevin Hart don't mean you just let him just go and be, I'm Kevin Hart. I'm gonna do my Kevin Hart jokes. No, that don't mean do that. He's Mojo Jojo, so let him be Mojo. You know what I mean? So, and that's my take. Cause I know I've never said anything about the Will Smith thing with Genie. I felt like they let him put too much will in there. That's just me. But you know, I don't want whoever it is, make them Mojo to where he's Mojo, not this is The Rock being Mojo, or this is the Hammer being Mojo, the Mingo being Mojo. Mojo on that's me, or any of them, even him, because I want him. I want to know who's gonna play him. That's gonna be crazy.
No, Kevin Hart. Can you imagine Kevin Hart doing Kevin Hart jokes as Mojo though? Can you imagine? I don't even want to deal with that. I can just see that. You know, sit there with his turban on. See, let me tell you why. Bam. So the other day, went to the girls. They came over here. They shot stuff at me. Bam, shot in the face. I'm like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that Kevin Hart. Not sporadic.
Not ADHD. All the time.
Yes, he does. He says it a lot. Yes, he does. He does it all the time. Yes, he does.
If he was Mojo Jojo, like I could actually see him like done like I'm Mojo Jojo, like
It would be all right for a little bit, but he gonna put Kevin Hart in it. That's the problem. You watch his movies, you know,
he's leaning more towards serious roles now, like more serious. So he's trying to get away from that. So
he's shooting a movie. Matter of fact, right now, this is off topic, but he's shooting a movie with Wesley Snipes right now. It's supposed to be serious, so
okay.
Yeah.
Well, no,
yeah.
I want to know how they're going to have the professor with it. Is he going to still have his lab in the basement?
Bro, I mean, I would think.
I mean,
if he's going to be old, bro, it needs to be that dude. I'm telling you.
It could be in the attic. They could have it in the attic, you know?
Bro. So you're going to make little boys in the attic now? So you make little girls in the basement?
Wait, come on, guys. Come on.
In the basement, just upside down attic?
Bruh.
No way.
Stupid.
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Well done.
Bravo.
Hey, you know, if you worked for yourself and you had a meeting, would that be a staff meeting?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Would that be considered a staff meeting?
Yes. I have staff meetings with myself in my truck all the time. Me, myself, and I.
I'm not gonna get into that. We're gonna let that one go because all of that sounds like some psychological crazy.
How about if you didn't know how old you were? Would you know how old you were?
No, you wouldn't know how old you were.
That was a good question, though. There's a moment to pause where you're like, wait, what?
Oh, man.
And you're like, wait, no. Anyway, sorry. Got out.
Before we continue, no, because he's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep
one more. No, like I just thought about it. Can a Hearst drive in a carpool lane?
Stupid.
Oh my
that is
God.
so stupid.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave you with something better, people. I'm gonna leave y'all with something better. You know, I usually don't do this because I usually let them do all the sexual crazies. But who should play the secretary to the they can't, and y'all can't answer. The people have to answer. If they don't answer, then we just won't know. Who should play the secretary to the mayor? So with that is our show. And you know, so if you guys like what we do here and you love how I'm changing the format, you love how Hammer's changing the format on his show and Snake's changing format, please like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell notification, and come back, keep coming back. Bring your friends, bring your mamas, bring the babies and other peoples and tell them to look at Get Nerdy and all the greatness that is Prime Time and Nerd Nation and the Get Down and Tech Talk and other future things that may come along. Okay? So do that right now. Talking to you right now. All right? See you guys next time. Peace.
Talk nerdy to me. Get nerdy with me.